Hey guys, how's it going? Yuri, Elkaim here. Today, a little quick tip about exercise. So, with all the crazy workout programs that you see on TV nowadays and all these infomercials where it's like really insane, intense type of workouts and you're doing these 6-7 days a week, well, yes, they produce results, but they can also shatter your body over time. So, what I'm suggesting is that if you want to feel more energized, if you want to feel fitter, if you want to spend less time working out, then here's something important to remember. Less is more. You need to find the minimum effective dose, as Tim Ferriss talks about in one of his books, about how much exercise is necessary to produce the results you're after. And in a lot of cases, it's very minimal. In fact, I took 2 weeks off of working out due to travel and whatnot, came back to the gym, and actually lifted heavier than when I was lifting the 2 weeks prior to that. And it's very counterintuitive because you think of, if you take a certain amount of time off, you actually lose strength and all sorts of different things. But the reality is that in some cases, if you structure things properly, you can actually become stronger and fitter without wearing your body down. So how much is too much and how little is enough? Well, it's really tough to say, and there's a lot of science that shows a lot of different things. So what I would recommend is a very simple protocol. Dramatically reduce the amount of cardio you're doing. Cardio will kill you if you do too much of it. Look at all these ultra marathon runners and how poor their health is other than being able to run a marathon. What you want to think about is if you're going to do cardio once to twice a week, if you're going to focus on cardio, focus on intense interval training, 10 to 20 minutes maximum. Interval training is essentially a sprint, jog type of setup. So do that once to twice a week, 10 to 20 minutes, and the studies have shown that just that amount of time, even less than that, is hugely beneficial for burning belly fat, reversing type 2 diabetes, and improving cardiovascular fitness much more than going for a long 60-minute jog. Okay, so that's one idea. Secondly, with respect to strength training, that is the most important thing we need to be doing on a consistent basis. So strength training, using heavier weights, lower repetitions, really challenging your muscles to get stronger. And if you're a female, don't worry, you're not going to bulk up and turn into, this massive bodybuilder. But it's important to stay strong. So strength training 2 to 3, maybe 4 times a week, depending on your schedule. But again, those sessions, 20 to 30 minutes max. And there's a lot of different ways to work this around. But in this video, I just wanted to get you thinking about the idea that less is more. And in fact, the 1 to 2 times cardio and the 2 to 4 times strength training, you can actually combine both into one workout. So in fact, you can work out just 2 to 3 times a week for a total of maybe combined 90 minutes and get some incredible health benefits. So just something to think about, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.